I don't even know what I think we're on this episode. Anyways, what's a check down with Chandler and David? I am Chandler. He is David. Um,
David.
David. This is episode 30 of What's a Check Down with Chandler and David. And David, I know your brain is fried. I know it's a Wednesday and you are taking off school this week, but what's a number 30 in the
Williams.
NFL?
Jamal Williams.
That's the first one we
First one
go
that
with.
came to
All right,
mind.
all right. What's another one?
Yeah. Lauren from the Steelers. I
Okay.
think Michael Lauren. I'm not sure what his last name or his first name is.
We talked about him before. He's a Edmonton boy.
Oh, Chuba Hubbard.
Chuba Hubbard is another one. On the
Yeah.
other side of the coast, plays for a blue and gold team.
Win gold.
Mm-hmm. He's like
But I
drafted first overall in every single fantasy draft.
Jonathan Taylor? No.
No. First round. I
First
shouldn't say
overall.
first round. He drafts him first overall all the time.
Oh, Austin Eckler.
Yes, sir. Austin Eckler. And then also to go with it, one of the McCourty twins. I don't know which one. Jason. I don't know where he's. It's Jason, actually.
Jason?
Yeah, this year. And then Philip Lindsay is another one right now for a current player that wears number 30. So that is the number 30s in the NFL that are notable to me. There's probably more, but Dearness Johnson, I think, was another one. But anyways, week 9 in the books? I don't even know anymore. It's just that kind of
week 9.
Okay, so
going into week 10 tomorrow.
Yeah. Halfway through the season, obviously as a Giants fan, you are excited, you are happy.
Yeah, I think the next half of our schedule is pretty chill, so I'm not too unhappy with that. We'll see.
Who drops off in
Just
the
off the
NFC
bye.
East first?
Yeah, the Commanders. I don't know.
Well, I mean, they're still in it, but do you think it's gonna be the Giants, the Cowboys, or the Eagles to fall off next?
Yeah, if I'm being completely honest, I think it's the Cowboys because they have a tougher schedule than both of us.
That's fair. They're also a wild card just in every way they can be. So going into this, we're gonna do the over under, or we'll do the spreads this week for every single game. Have some fun with it. See how we go. I think last week, if I go back, you won the one game that we disagreed on.
Yeah.
So I think you went 9-7, and I went, or 9-8, and I went 8-9. So congrats to you. One game. Kick your ass this week. And then we're just gonna do a little NFL team draft like normal, like everyone does, but we're gonna do our own twist. We're gonna add a coach and a kicker to it because those are the two most important spots in the NFL. So let's dive right in. Thursday night football, Atlanta Falcons against the Carolina Panthers. The spread is -3 for the Falcons. Who do you have?
I mean, this one's tough. I think I'm gonna go with the +3 for Carolina. Actually,
You think the Panthers are gonna do it?
I think the Panthers will cover. I think they'll be within that 3-point range. Actually, no. I scratch that. I'll take the Falcons.
You'll take
I'll
the
take the
Falcons?
Falcons. That's my final answer. Yeah, I think it's pretty hard to be within a point in the NFL. So I'm gonna go with the +3.
All right, I was going with the Falcons.
-3, I guess.
I was going with the Falcons. I already have my picks in for the week, so I will try not to change them. But I definitely think the Falcons will win this game. Carolina Panthers are in a downward spiral, and I think the Falcons actually have a chance to make the playoffs with how dysfunctional that division is. So they have a little bit more motivation than the Panthers, who just want to tank it. So 9:30 a.m.
A better team.
Yeah, I agree. They really are all the way around. 9:30 a.m. First game in Germany. The Seattle Seahawks versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who do you think is favorited in this game?
I know the Bucks are favored. I already looked at the spread, but I'm currently in the house of a bunch of Seattle fans, so it'd be pretty disrespectful of me to go against the Seattle
And
Seahawks.
that's why you're
So
going to.
I'm not going to. There's no chance. I'm taking Seahawks to win. I think they're just a much better team than Tampa Bay is. Even if Tampa Bay won last week, it was the toilet bowl for about, I don't know,
It was a
four
toilet bowl to
four
the
or
end.
three quarters in like maybe, I don't know, 14 minutes, and then
No,
the last minute it was a little bit exciting.
it wasn't to me because honestly, they didn't deserve it. They just straight up didn't.
Yeah,
No team
both
deserved to win
teams
that game.
deserve to lose.
Yeah,
Both
like if
teams
we could give
deserve
them
to
0
lose
and
that
1
game.
for both of them, I'd be very happy with that.
Yeah, I agree.
First 1 o'clock game is going to be the Cleveland Browns at the Miami Dolphins. Who do you have? And do you need the spread is -3.5 for the Dolphins?
Took the Dolphins to cover this one too.
You think they're gonna win by more than 3.5?
Yeah,
All right,
I think they're on a run
this is our first
there.
disagree.
Do you think the see? You always disagree with me on Dolphins stuff, but I'm telling you, the Dolphins are a good team. They're a very good team,
I think they'll win
and
this, but I think out of nowhere, for some reason, this is one of those trap games this week. Like, why are they only favored by 3.5? They should be favored by more.
well, okay, well, the Cleveland has a pretty decent pass defense, so that's going to be the big issue. But I still think that they can run on them, so
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to matter.
Um. Well, I still disagree with you, and I think the Browns are going to cover that spread. So our first disagreement is the Browns and the Dolphins. I like that.
First and only, I'm calling it right now. That's going to be our first and only.
Okay, Denver Broncos at Tennessee Titans. Titans are favored -2.5.
I got the Titans.
I have the Broncos.
No way.
Yes, Malik
You
Willis
got
is
the
starting.
Broncos. It doesn't matter. I still got the Titans.
Okay, I got the
Derrick
Broncos.
Henry is okay. All right. We'll see. Hey, two, two, 2 out of 2 so far.
So why do you have the
First one in
Titans?
Florida. Their defense is so good. They have a good defense, and they were able to hold the Chiefs to a relatively low scoring game. And I would imagine that they would be able to hold, I don't know, Russell Wilson to even a worse game than Mahomes or than uh, Patrick Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that yeah, I just feel like they're a much better team than they have shown. Even though they have no passing game, they can run the ball better than anyone else in the league. Well, besides the Ravens, but I still think they and Denver's run game is not very good, and they just lost Chubb. So I just feel like there's a lot going against them or going against the Denver Broncos at this point.
I agree there. To me, Broncos coming off the bye, right? So they had the week off after getting the win in London against the Jaguars, which makes me realize that honestly the Raiders suck more than they should because the Jaguars played in London, flew back to Jacksonville, and played that week, and still came back and beat the Raiders. So that's pretty disappointing to be a Raiders fan. For me,
Yeah.
the reason why is that the Broncos do have that fresh week. They got a minute to kind of step away from the game and realize that they actually do have an opportunity with what happened this past week in the AFC West. They're not out of it yet, but it's got to be go time. Russell Wilson maybe, hopefully, took a week to reflect on life and say that maybe being a weeb isn't the smartest thing to be playing NFL, and maybe he might come back and be better, but it's the Titans aren't they have a lot of dysfunction for no reason. I don't think putting Malik in right now was smart. I didn't think their season was a trash can season like they thought it was. I don't know why you're benching Ryan Tannehill so early. I think our over under was 11 games for Ryan Tannehill and Malik Willis for Malik to start. And to think we were off that we didn't we thought it was going to be later than that. It's kind of unfortunate for Ryan Tannehill to be benched so early and for the Titans to really give up, especially when the Colts have already given up on their season, which is crazy to me. The Jaguars have only won 3 games and still can win the AFC South, which is
I'm pretty sure Tannehill has a ankle injury right now.
Does he actually though? Because I thought they were like I thought it
Yeah,
was more of like a benching at the same time.
no, no. I think he has an injury.
Okay.
I think I don't think. Well, I don't think they were on a winning streak when Tannehill got injured, so I don't think
Okay.
they would just
I don't
abandon him
know.
like that.
Titans do weird things all the time. I don't have faith in them as an organization.
What are you talking about? Titans don't do weird things, man.
No, they don't blow leads in the playoffs at all. So we're gonna go now to the Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears. This one surprised me. Chicago is favored -3 points.
Yeah, I can see it.
Who are you going with?
I don't. I'm going to Chicago. I don't consider the Packers win a very or very rateable one. You can't really rate
So,
that win. I think it was very much like the Packers are not good. That's literally all it is. The Packers aren't good.
but are the Bears good?
Hmm. I think they're much better than the Detroit Lions. Honestly, even with the loss of Roquan Smith, I still think they have a decent defense. I think their front four is pretty good. I think that they have decent DBs, good enough to at least bluster Jared Goff. So I think it's gonna be Chicago uh, by like 7.
Really, like a full touchdown?
Yeah,
We disagree again.
yeah,
I
really.
could see the Bears winning the game, but I don't see them winning by more than 3 for some reason. That's just kind of it. So this game on level playing field would be even, right? It'd be a scratch. So Detroit
Yeah,
Lions, yes, they have the worst defense in the league. It depends how rainy and gross it is. I have more faith in their run game. Now I know Justin Fields. They finally released Justin Fields and let him run the ball. Thank you, Matt Eberflus, to finally realize you have a weapon in the backfield and he can run better than most NFL quarterbacks, but better than most NFL running backs. So let's use that. NFC Player of the Week and didn't even throw for 200 yards. That's crazy. Um,
23. Oh my god,
like that's crazy. So
yeah,
good for him running for
crazy.
170, 4 touchdowns. That's awesome. So for him, I have faith in him. I just have a little bit more faith in the Lions to keep this game close. They're the masters of losing close games, and I think the spread is only 3 is too big. And honestly, I want mayhem. I want us to go crazy all out and see if you can pull away from me or if I can get some fast ones on you. To be honest with you, so
Okay.
from there we have the Houston Texans at the New York Giants. The spread is -4.5 at 1 p.m.
The Giants covering this one.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I don't think Houston is all that good, and I think they have a lot more dysfunction than like we know. And I just read a report that Damian Pierce is probably well, not. I don't know if he's out or not, but he is. He didn't practice today, which is never a good sign. Not practicing on well, I guess it's Wednesday, so that's not like the worst thing, but still not great.
hmm
He had a chest issue, which doesn't sound like something that's you know you can just kind of discount. So, and the Giants have a good run defense. They have a good pass defense. They have a good defense in general. So I think we should win this game by at least 7. Let's hope, but we'll see.
that's a pretty big spread. Like I know it's not that many points, but it is fairly surprising that people think the Giants are that much better. I think they are. I think they will win by -4.5, but it's just that's a scary line for me for some reason. But I am going with the Giants at -4.5. I agree with you. I don't know if how much dysfunction the Houston Texans have. I feel like they have more dysfunction than the entire Dan Snyder thing combined, and they just try to hide it as much as possible. But I do see the Giants running away with this game, literally on the back of Saquon running into the end zone for 2 touchdowns. Um,
I mean, Houston's run defense is absolutely
let's
garbage.
see what it
So I
is.
mean,
I will tell you right now, good
I think
sir.
it's last.
Well, they're
I
only
think
one
it's
6-1, so I just want you to know that. So their points
yeah,
against is 19th in the league, which isn't terrible.
yeah. Check
Um,
their run defense. Their run defense might be dead last in the league.
let's see. I'm trying to find it here. Um, defense. They're only 32nd in the league.
Yeah, they're dead last in the league.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think this is the perfect game for Saquon Barkley, even Matt Breida at this point, to
Even
absolutely
Danny
pop off.
Dimes.
Daniel Jones, yeah, I think it's a perfect game for them to pop off. I think they could win this by more than 7, and yeah, we'll see. But this could also be a trap game. You
Yeah,
never know.
knowing the Texans, it is a trap game because the Texans, that's what like they're the biggest wild card in the NFL. They're more of a wild card than I would say the Detroit Lions are, or even the
Yeah,
Washington Commanders. Really, 1 o'clock, the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs, I think this is the largest over under of the week at minus the largest spread. I mean at -9.5.
yeah. I've got the Jags covering this one. I think that it'll be a little bit of a closer game than -9.5. They'll probably win. Chiefs will probably win by a touchdown. I don't think it'll be as big of a spread. I know you don't have them. I know you don't. And just because you're a fan, I know you have the Chiefs absolutely destroying them, just to save your soul.
I want disclaimer to say that it's going to be the Chiefs to destroy this game. We don't match up against the Chiefs. That's the issue. Um, one thing I have noticed with the Jaguars is that they do coach. I've noticed that with them. So like Travis Etienne fumbled the ball earlier this season. When he's running the ball now, he's covering the ball with both hands. There was a play
Mhm.
where like Josh Allen missed a tackle, he didn't wrap up, and the rest of the game he actually wrapped up and tackled. So like I feel like they actually coach, which I don't necessarily see with a lot of teams, but this is my issue with them is that our pass rush isn't incredible. We have great pass rushers, but for some reason we just can't get to the quarterback, and you cannot rush more than 4 on Patrick Mahomes. It just doesn't work. He's great against the blitz. And with the Chiefs, you have to run out every play to the whistle. You have to. There is no like letting go of coverage, and my team has a very big issue with just giving up on the play halfway through.
Yeah,
So I want to take the Chiefs at -9.5. I really do because I think they will absolutely curb stomp the Jaguars, but I'm not going to because that's a big freaking margin. And the Jaguars have only lost by less than 8 every single game, and they've beat every single spread, if I'm not mistaken, when they are the underdogs this year. So I'm going to take the Jaguars at +9.5. I am sad to do it. 100% do not want to do it, but it's something I feel like needs to be done for my sake, my sanity. Um,
yeah.
one thing I will say about the Jaguars, they finally used Trevor Lawrence properly. My boy can run the ball. He can take
You
hits.
can.
He and
Yeah.
and he started to run the ball and take hits. They put him outside the pocket, which is great. Um, going to the next 1 o'clock game. This is probably the game. Sorry,
Juju Smith does end up with 200 yards in this game, though. I'm
that's
just gonna say right
disrespectful.
now. Okay, we'll see.
That is disrespectful. Um,
That's what's the truth.
this is probably the game of the week 100%, and I'm surprised it's at the 1 o'clock window. The Minnesota Vikings at the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Bills -3.5. Who do you have?
This one's, if Josh Allen plays, I got Bills covering. If Josh Allen doesn't play, I have the Vikings covering.
So, but it's Case Keenum.
Yeah, then I'm going Vikings covering. I don't care
Really?
if it's Case Keenum. That
But
that
it's a
means
revenge
that
bowl.
means
It's a Buffalo Miracle.
yeah. I'm sorry, but it's not gonna happen. not this time.
So, who are you going with?
I'm going with Captain Kirk. Kirko.
So, you're going with the Vikings no matter what? This is locked in. I hope you know.
Yeah, going with the Vikings no
I
matter
agree
what.
with you.
I think they're a great team.
I think they are too.
Yeah, they're just as good as I think they're just as good as the Vikings or as the Bills. Their defense, the Bills' defense, is just slightly better than the Vikings' defense at this point. I think the team that has the best defense in the league right now is actually the Jets. I think here's a hot take. I think Jets versus Chiefs. The Jets win the game.
Do we get to see that this year? Well, we might. AFC Championship.
See?
Let's see. Let's see if we get to see that. We might get to see that. No, I don't think we do.
No, I don't think we do this year. That's why I can
Bullshit.
make that hot take, and may never
I mean,
come
I
true.
think I wish you would have said the Jets make it to the AFC Championship. I would have really appreciated that.
Yeah, no, I'm not crazy.
Do the Jets beat the Dolphins?
Yeah.
Okay. I was curious. All right. I agree with you, Vikings to win this game, or just to cover the 3.5 spread.
Yeah.
I don't know how healthy Josh Allen is. They don't really have a running game that they can lean on if he isn't healthy. And I think that's really going to expose them as a team. And they need to find a premier running back going into this offseason. They've needed to for a couple years, but Josh Allen's so good they don't really give a shit, which I don't understand. Why not have two just perfect parts of the offense?
Mm-hmm.
It's 1 p.m., so Kirk will be okay. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, the team the team looks great. The defense is still really good. I give this one to the Vikings to cover that 3.5 spread.
Yeah, I agree.
Ooh, toilet bowl game of the week. New Orleans Saints at the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Whoa! Don't disrespect the Pittsburgh Steelers like that. Coming off a bye.
-1.5 for the Saints.
On like Bet365, it's -2.5. But I'm still. I got the Pittsburgh Steelers covering this one.
Really?
Yeah, I think that Kenny Pickett and George Pickens are that era is just starting, and I think that they are going to be good. I
How
think Kenny
long?
Pickens.
Sorry.
I think Kenny Pickett is a much better quarterback than has been shown so far, and he's gotten now like I think 4 weeks under his belt and like a week of or a bye week to kind of prepare. I don't see them coming out and just laying a goose egg. I think they'll cover. They'll be very competitive in this game, and they'll probably win this game. To be honest.
How long until the nickname pick in and pick out catches on?
Is that you? Are you starting that?
Pick in,
Pick
pick
in,
out.
pick
Why
out.
not? Like, I mean, come on.
Hey, start it right now. Pick in, pick out. I like it. I just called him Kenny Pickens
Yeah, I know.
just now by accident, but hey, it works.
Or pick to pick. I mean, anything you can do. Like,
Yeah, there's lots you can do there.
they
Trademark
need
it.
they need to do something because that's gonna be the franchise for the next couple of years. We are disagreeing again. Saints all the way.
Really.
The Steelers are garbage fire. Garbage
They're
fire.
really not though.
They're
They're really
garbage fire.
not. They're
They
and they're
are
getting their defensive players back this week.
garbage fire. Even the Saints are garbage
Mhm.
fire. But Dennis Allen needs to keep his job. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this is a great game. This game is awesome. This is a game which a coach just got fired and a coach might just get fired. The
But yeah,
Indianapolis
yeah.
Colts at the Las Vegas Raiders.
I think John McDaniels just got fired today.
Wait, no.
I think so.
Are you sure? You sure about this?
I saw something. I don't know. Maybe I had a nap this afternoon. Maybe I'm delirious. I don't know. But I saw something that said he got fired.
Not fired. Not
Not
fired.
fired. Okay. Okay.
Yes, despite
Not
tweet
fired.
parody account impersonating as ESPN. David, you can't read everything on the internet.
I always fall for those. I literally fell for it. Someone tweeted OBJ's going to the Vikings. Guess what I did on
I saw
fantasy?
that.
Picked up
I saw
OBJ.
that.
And then guess what I did like 20 minutes later? Dropped him. I'm an idiot, and
I
I
literally
literally
saw
said
that
that.
in time. I'm like, why did he like? And you know, what I did as soon as you did that, I Googled Odell Beckham Jr. just to see if he was on a team, and the report came up he might go to the Dallas Cowboys. Like,
Yeah, he might be back this week, or he is back this week. Technically, he is cleared to play this week.
yeah, yeah, I know he was doubtful on our bench for some reason, free agent.
Yeah, he's on our bench again.
I might pick up Tim Tebow while we're at it.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's just silly talk.
um, Indianapolis Colts at the Las Vegas Raiders. Colts with a whole new head coach, Jeff Saturday, Hall of Fame, future Hall of Fame center. Um, who do you got? Raiders -6.
Got the Colts covering this one.
Yeah, I agree. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think that the Colts team like Colts are like a proud franchise, and I think that the players are also kind of like they players don't play for the coach, they play for each other, and they play for their paychecks, and they play to get signed for and make more money. And I think that these guys are just gonna. It's just not just gonna be like, oh, we roll over and that's it. We like the season's over. We're tanking now. Like that's not a thing for players. So I still think that the Colts will come out and have a pretty good, like decent game, and I think that they'll end up covering, at least covering 6.5, or 6.5 is pretty big.
I think for this week, honestly, they are playing for the coach though. I mean,
Yeah, I could see that too. Yeah,
why not play for one of the like greatest players of your franchise's history, right? Like, why not try to give him? I mean, he's not the long term solution. This was just a parody, like a scheme by Jim Irsay to hire some random dude that everyone will love, and maybe it'll kind of sell some tickets for the rest of the season. They'll find a new head coach at the end of the season, which is crazy, but it's done. Jeff Saturday might even get his first win, which would be absolutely bonkers and crazy. And Josh McDaniels would be fired if that's the case.
yeah. Why not just Saturday for the rest of, or as a long-term solution?
Well, one, they're gonna have to actually interview people and abide to the Rooney Rule at some point.
Oh yeah,
um, whatever that means. It depends on how he does for the rest of the year. Again, I think this is more of a ticketing like ploy. Why not try to just drive it home? Like it's so out of the box. It's too out of the box. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It was a weird choice, but I respect it.
yeah. I mean, Jim Irsay is one of the best businessmen out there, but um, Colts, they're not terrible.
No,
The Raiders are dysfunctional. Devontae's sad. Aaron Rodgers is sad. They're both sad.
yeah.
The Raiders are sad.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen, hey?
Right? I was like I've watched that game back with the Jaguars and the Raiders, and Derek Carr didn't play bad. There were a lot of bad
No, I don't think
drops.
so.
No, there were a lot of bad drops in the second half. Like Devontae had a bad
Mhm.
one, like Morrow had a bad. There were some bad ones, but Josh McDaniels got to call better plays. Like straight up. Like
Yeah.
um yeah, so I'm gonna go Colts. That's a big spread. I don't necessarily see them
How
winning.
much how much of the Raiders' problems do you think do you attribute to Josh McDaniels just having a super complicated offense? Because that's what the case has been in the past, is that like the Patriots have always had a much more complicated offense than most teams. So I could attribute it to that. And if they fire him off the first year, it might be the it might be a big mistake, because that could take like a year for them to settle into the offense, kind of understand everything more.
I agree,
And
but
like franchises,
go ahead.
like fan bases and franchises don't really let coaches kind of stick around anymore. But I think with more time, it could actually be something that benefits them if they just let this year ride out.
So now
Like have one bad year.
here's the issue with that though. Before you go there, here's the issue. At the end of this year, people are going to call for one of two things. Number one, they're going to call for either Josh McDaniels to be fired, or number two, to get rid of
Derek
Derek
Carr.
Carr.
Yeah.
So that's where your issue is, because when you run into it, you're gonna go like, oh, like let's get rid of Derek Carr, we'll get a new quarterback. Okay, you're gonna have a rookie quarterback running Josh McDaniels' offense. and you're gonna have to now die that down, like dumb it down so they can run it. I know Mac Jones was able to, but Mac Jones did great on the Wonderlick, and we all know how that goes. But like,
Mhm.
you're gonna have to now have 2 years of bad years, and at that point, you're gonna get sick of Josh McDaniels. So it's either you're gonna have to stay committed to both of them, or get rid of both of them. Josh McDaniels and Derek Carr are now brother in arms, and they're going together for the rest of the year, like the rest of their time in Vegas. They are going to be kicked out at the same time.
Okay,
Disagree?
I guess we'll see. I I, I don't think Derek Carr is the problem personally,
I
so I
don't,
don't
but
I don't see
everyone
it.
does for some reason. Like,
Yeah, but hey, we're visionaries. That's what it is.
Derek
We
Carr
see
made
it
some,
beyond.
like, the first Devontae Adams touchdown pass was literally chef's kiss. Like, the wide receiver, like, Devontae Adams just had to do this and run into the end zone.
Are you talking about the wide open one?
No, 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 no. Go and watch his first one. No, go and watch his first
Okay.
one. It's like a 27-yard down the seam. Tyson Campbell didn't turn around, so he played terribly on defensive back. Didn't turn around, but literally Devontae just did this with two people around him, and that was it. Perfect
Okay.
pass. So go back and watch that. I'll send it to you. Um,
Yeah.
we're gonna go to now Arizona Cardinals at the Los Angeles Rams. Did you see this spread?
Is it three?
No, it's -1.5.
Oh, it was three last time I checked. But yeah, I that makes sense.
Really?
Rams are kind of, yeah, Rams are trash. Or Arizona's trash. It just it makes the most sense to me.
So which trash are you gonna take out?
Well, I'm gonna go with Arizona. I think the Rams are a little bit. Yeah,
In
I know. I
LA.
think actually no. I'm going. No, no. I'm going LA because I think that defense always seems to give Kyler trouble. So I'm just gonna go. And I think like Kyler Murray's, yeah, either Cliff is gone or Kyler's gone next year,
Or they're
and
both
they just
gone.
paid both of them, or they're both gone, and they just paid both of them. So we'll see. I think Kyler is not the answer the for Arizona. So,
All right,
and I
so
don't think Cliff is either.
I agree with you. I'm gonna go with Rams. Rams need to bounce back. Rams need to win right now. Right now. Right now. Um, this is a
Right now,
terrible, like right now. This is a terrible Super Bowl.
right now,
Yes, Super Bowl tour. Like, I'm just being straight honest. Like right now, like the parade is over. Stop partying, LA. Y'all have two trash teams this year, and two
yeah,
teams that we said might even make it to the Super Bowl. So, what the hell is going on? The Rams, you play in a dysfunctional conference. You need to start winning games right now.
right now,
Meow. Okay,
yeah.
so we both have Rams. This one is interesting. Dallas Cowboys at Green Bay Packers.
Dallas. I don't even care what
Yeah,
the
I do
spread is.
too.
I'll take Dallas. If it
Minus
was if
five
it
and
was
a half.
if it was if it was minus 100 for Dallas, I would take Dallas.
This
That's
is
how bad I think the Packers are.
this one I'm actually changing. I had the Packers covering just because it is in Green Bay. But Mike McCarthy, obviously coming from Green Bay, he knows kind of like how it's gonna go there. Um, 5.5 is a lot. Packers don't lose by necessarily a lot.
They suck though.
They do
They suck on
suck.
offense. They suck on defense, and they suck on special teams. I think it is going to be an absolute blowout.
This is like a personal bias thing for you, and I think you need to like.
It's
Re-
not. It's not even a personal bias at this point. I think the Cowboys are a decent team. They're actually not even a decent team. They're a very, very good defense. They have pretty good offense. And Packers lost their best linebacker. Or Aaron Jones has an ankle injury. AJ Dillon has some just can't run the ball on the goal line. I guess I don't know. They don't give him the ball on the goal line. Aaron Rodgers always takes the ball. You can just run a halfback dive on the goal line. Run it 4 times on the goal line, and nobody would blame you one bit if that's
Honestly,
what you
let
did.
Aaron Rodgers just fall forward.
Run a QB sneak. Run
This
the
is
ball.
when they need to
They
put
don't run the
Jordan Love
ball.
in. Actually, they need to put Jordan Love in and just do a big package and just run it. Like, use
Yeah, get him some game experience.
yeah, because obviously Aaron's gonna be gone. I'm not gonna lie, I'd bench him at this point. I like what
Yeah, remember we just did this. We just did this. Who gets benched first? It's not gonna be Tom Brady at this point.
Aaron. Why not start Jordan? What are the like? You're not gonna win the
3 picks on
division.
the goal line.
I'm sorry, but
3 picks on the goal
you're
line
not gonna win the
against
division.
Detroit.
You're not gonna win the division. The Vikings have a chokehold. They're 7-1. You're not even gonna win 7 games.
Nope.
Bench Aaron now, cut your losses, and start Jordan Love. Aaron Rodgers has a torn meniscus. It just happened. It just happened. He's out for the rest
Yeah.
of the season. Like, bench him and put Jordan Love in because at this point you need to get ready for the future, and Aaron is not going to be there next year. As much as everyone thinks like he's either going to retire or he's going to retire and go to a new team. He cannot
Yeah.
stay in Green Bay. Everyone's sick of his shit. He's sick of them. They need to cut it off. It is such an ugly divorce that should have been done 3 years ago. It's still going on. Get rid of Aaron Rodgers.
Very toxic relationship.
Yeah. Sunday Night Football. Chargers 49ers. Spread is -7 for the 49ers.
I got the Chargers
I do
covering.
too. What the hell is that? That's like, come on.
That's huge.
That's way too
That's
big for a
huge.
Monday night or a Sunday night football game too. That's what you want to put on Sunday Night Football?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Chargers are not that bad. They're pretty good. They have a pretty good uh they have a terrible defense. I'm trying to justify this, and the more I talk about it, the more I'm talking myself out of this
I
because
mean, they're
I think the
five and
49ers.
three. I want you to like if we're going record, they're 5-3.
Yeah, okay. So their
And
last win was the Falcons,
the
and they barely beat
49ers,
the
okay, the
Falcons.
49ers are 4-4. It's not like they're playing like top tier football. It's not like they're 8-0.
The 49ers have a much tougher schedule.
I I don't think that the 49ers are 7 point. Maybe they might prove me right. I mean, like they lost to the Falcons. They
It's true.
lost they
They
lost to the Broncos and they lost to the Chicago Bears. Now they lost to the Chiefs, but like I mean, are they 7 points better, like betting wise, than the Chargers?
hmm, they are after Christian McCaffrey got on the team. I think so.
That's very true.
This is pre Christian McCaffrey. Keep that in mind.
Is
All
he
those losses.
is he
Post,
3 points? How many points do you give Christian McCaffrey?
I think he has 2 touchdowns.
But I'm saying on a point spread, like on a point spread, how many points does Christian McCaffrey add to your team?
Touchdown.
7 points total.
7 points.
He's
Yeah.
worth so Patrick Mahomes is worth what, 40?
Mahomes is worth 7 points too.
I think the Chargers.
Patrick Mahomes is worth 10.
Okay. I don't disagree with you. I can't think that the 49ers are just going to steamroll the Chargers that much.
But keep in mind, I did say the Chargers are going to cover.
I know you did. I just
But
don't.
I'm just telling you, it's not as outrageous of a line as you think it is.
It's outrageous. Washington Commanders, Philadelphia Eagles, snooze fest Monday Night Football like they have been all year.
He's going to cover. It's not even a question. I
Philly's
don't
going
care.
to cover?
Yeah.
What do you think the
As
spread
long as it's
is?
not, the spread is probably plus or minus 5.5
Really?
for Philly. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's -11.
Okay. I'm going to go with the Commanders to cover this game. I don't believe Philly will. You know what? Wait, hear me out. Hear me out here. Yeah, I got the Commanders covering. I don't think Philly. I don't think Philly is 11 points better than the Commanders.
I don't either.
I think they're in the same division. I think it's just tough to say that that's 11 points.
Right? On a divisional
What did
game
the
in prime
Commanders do
time.
to these makers?
Like, it's crazy. I personally do not think that they can make it that much bigger than Like that's just to me that's too much. 11 points for a primetime game. Commanders haven't been that freaking bad. I'm sorry. They haven't been that bad. And I'm
They're
sorry,
not.
but the Eagles are not that freaking good, guys. Like they are great. They are
They,
great. They are great. They are great. But can we stop acting like they're the 2008 Patriots?
we'll see. We'll see.
Like I'm just curious about something. Just curious. They're just not going to lose a game this year. That's the issue.
No, they're not. They're going undefeated.
They just
We've already called it here.
they
When the
just
Eagles go undefeated, we called it.
they just play so many shitty teams. All
Yeah.
right. Anyways, the games we disagreed on were the Dolphins versus the Browns. I had the Browns, you have the Dolphins. The Titans versus the Broncos. You have the Titans, I have the Broncos. The Bears versus the Lions. You have the Bears, I have the Lions. You have the Steelers, I have the Saints. And that is it. So that is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 disagreements this week.
It'd be good.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah,
Now we're
we'll
gonna
see.
do spin the wheel and build a team. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, are you ready for the first one? So we are doing coach, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, O line, defense, and kicker. Okay.
Okay.
The first team is hilarious. The Jacksonville Jaguars. Where do we go here?
We're going running back.
You want to go Travis Etienne?
Yeah.
All right, so Travis Etienne, I don't disagree with that. Tight end. I mean, Evan Ingram isn't a bad tight end to have.
Oh, I don't want Evan Ingram.
All right.
Sorry, he can't catch the ball.
All right, that's fine. So we're gonna go now to the next one. So next team is the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh, give me Joe Burrow.
Hear me out.
No, give me Jamar.
Thank
Give me
you.
Jamar Chase.
Thank
Give me Jamar
you.
Chase. Give me Jamar Chase,
Thank
please.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna be very, very mad with you. Jamar Chase, absolutely all the way.
Yeah.
That would have been bad. I'm sorry. I love Joe Burrow,
Yeah.
but
I almost did it. I almost pulled the trigger on that one.
all right. Seattle Seahawks.
Are we going two running backs or one running back?
One running back.
Oh, actually, give me the Seahawks O line.
So, hear me out. Pete
No,
Carroll.
I want. Ooh. Yeah, give me Pete. Give me Pete.
Pete
I'll
Carroll.
take Pete. That gum chewing motherfucker.
If not, I would have maybe said DK.
No, I think that O line is underrated, bro.
All right,
That O
so
line is very good.
no, but this one's better. Indianapolis Colts.
I don't want their O line.
I don't either.
Unfortunately,
I'm just joking.
I don't want their O line.
Oh God.
This
Kicker
is tough.
sucks.
We only got one running back, right?
Yeah, tight end.
We can't even take AT. No, they don't have good tight ends.
Wide receiver Pittman.
Now let's just take their kicker. I think this is the point where we have to take their kicker.
Who is their kicker?
Who's their kicker?
I don't know.
Who's their kicker? It was at some point the dude with the glasses.
Blankenship.
Yeah, Blankenship, but I don't think he's there anymore.
I don't think we take kicker. I think we would take Michael Pittman.
Yeah, I guess we'll go with Pittman. We got two receivers, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? I'm okay with that. I'll take
Pittman's
Pittman.
a good receiver. I mean,
yeah, he's a pretty good receiver. He just got no quarterback to throw him the ball.
Yeah, but that doesn't. We might have a quarterback that can throw him the ball.
Yeah, I guess we're almost there.
Yeah. All right. Next one is we got our quarterback, Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh no! Give me
shut up, Patrick Mahomes.
Give me their left tackle on the right side. Yeah.
Give me their center as their defensive tackle.
Give me Patrick Mahomes.
So tight end, offensive line, Detroit. tight end, offensive line, defense, and kicker. Motherfucker, Colts.
No, we can skip. We already picked them.
We can't.
We won't go with them. All right, Colts. Their defense is not bad. Their defense is actually pretty good. So
All
I'm
right.
gonna go with their defense.
I want to see what their defense is ranked. I think we're gonna have to go with the Colts, unfortunately, for defense. Their defense is ranked 13th. I'll take it.
Not bad.
No, I'll take it.
Above average, above the league medium. So
Yeah.
I think 13th is not bad.
All right, tight end, offensive line, and kicker. Next one is Los Angeles Chargers. We're going with Dicker the kicker. Absolutely.
Great name, great guy. Let's go with him.
Dicker the kicker.
I love it. Yeah.
If he's still on the team, he has 2 game-winning field goals this year. So
Yeah. On 2 different teams.
I'm gonna be really disappointed if it's the Raiders or the Ravens, but it's not, so we're okay. Jacksonville Jaguars.
I end up with the. Oh no, I'll take their line.
Yeah, Jacksonville line's been pretty good
bad.
this year. I mean, we have a really good run game, and we've done it with two running backs. So,
yeah, I'll take the line.
All right, last one is.
I thought I almost had to take Evan Ingram.
Tight end.
Ooh. Yeah.
So tight end's coming up now. Let's see who we got.
Just don't be the Titans. Just don't be the Titans. Please don't be the Titans. Please don't be the Titans.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay, yeah, I'll take their tight end. Hayden Hurst.
I'll take Hayden Hurst.
I think that's a pretty good.
I mean,
good
that's
package.
actually probably one of the best one I've seen. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So leading our team as the coach is Pete Carroll. Our quarterback is Patrick Mahomes. Our running back is Travis Etienne. Our wide receiver is Jamar Chase on one side and Michael Pittman on the other.
Yeah.
Our tight end is Hayden Hurst. Our offensive line is Jacksonville Jaguars. Our defense is the Colts, and our kicker is going to win the game. Dicker the kicker.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, that was pretty successful. I kind of want to go again because that was enough mayhem for me, to be honest with you.
We should run it back again. Keep this list and see if our new team would beat our old team.
That's great. I like that. We'll do points scored. If that makes sense.
Like fantasy?
Yeah, we'll see like fantasy points at the end of the year, like each week, and see if we can beat them each week. That's a good one. So see if your fantasy team could beat our fantasy team.
Yes, sir. How do we score coaches? Wins.
1
point for a win.
I was gonna say 3, and 2 for a loss.
1 point for a win. Okay.
So
2 for a loss. 0 for a loss.
1 for a loss.
Like 0, nothing.
No, you should count losses. So if you have, say, you have the Eagles, Sirianni's out here kicking ass.
Yeah.
Or how about we do this instead? This might be a little bit better. Rank of their offense and defense. Like, if we look at fantasy points, Patrick Mahomes has what, 4, maybe 200 or something like that this year. So Pete Carroll would be whatever his rank is in offense.
Okay, yeah.
Would be the So let's go to the Seahawks. They have the 4th best offense, so that would be 28 points, and the 22nd ranked defense, so that'd be 10 points.
Okay.
So 38 fantasy points for Pete Carroll this year.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Good little system.
Yeah. That went surprisingly well.
Yeah.
All right.
I was scared I was gonna have to pick Evan Ingram again, but
I was really happy with Dicker the kicker. I think that's just
perfect.
Chef's kiss to the Dicker. What? Yeah. Anyways, we are gonna.
That's it for us.
Episode 30 for What's the Checkdown. I am Chandler. He is David. What's the Checkdown with Chandler and David. And until next week, peace.
Peace.